That is literally my
Mitch, shut
dynamic
the
with
fuck
all of my
up.
friends.
Mitch, shut the fuck up. No one cares
trash
what you
talking.
think. Josh is trying to say something right now. Why don't you give your
Exactly.
impression? Stop interrupting, Mitch.
Thank
Jesus
you.
Christ.
Okay, so Yusuf, go
Fucking
ahead.
Oompa Loompa.
God fucking damn it, dude. Okay, I'm switching the goddamn color of my
Chose the
fucking
gun.
room. Fuck
Holy
you,
shit.
dude.
About to get a tan through my computer here.
We're live.
Okay. I mean, I'm flattered, of course, but like, all right. I always have to try to find a segue, and currently there's no segue because we
I
weren't
got
talking
ramen
about
juice on my sweater. Fuck.
Oh, dude. Fucking banana
Bitch.
bread.
No.
Hell yeah, dude.
anything.
Banana bread.
But we're
Well,
live and whenever we're ready.
Uh,
Take it away,
yeah,
Mitch.
No, Josh is doing the opening.
Mitchie, come
The
on.
only segue I can think of now is
You dressed
talking
up
about
orange for
ramen
this occasion.
juice and banana bread. That those are things that our main character would like to eat. Our main character from what? From what anime? Oh, well, guess what?
Every MC has um
We're talking about Noragami this week. It's like a layup.
That is 1 minute. Everybody will not get back. I hope you all realize that.
Well, talk about Noragami.
Oh, such a good
That's
show.
That's all that I had to say.
And this
Yes.
show was Mitchie's pick.
I picked this show. This was one of the first anime I ever watched. Well, maybe not. I watched it freshman year of college, so it's,
Well,
I
Dang,
don't
you
know.
got into the game late.
I did. My first anime I ever watched was senior year of high school, bro.
Mm.
So this
didn't
is
watch
one of the
and it's just
this-
been fucking downhill
Okay.
since.
yeah. I've just been engulfed by weeb culture, dude.
I didn't
bad.
watch. I
Now
didn't
you're
watch Full
slowly
Metal.
turning orange, dude.
Yeah, you're just camouflaging in your room there.
I didn't watch Full Metal until I was studying abroad in New Zealand in college. And then you guys really like pulled me in with Attack on Titan and stuff like a year-ish ago.
But yeah, we all have our origin stories. But I think the origin
No,
we
well,
want to hear
yeah,
about
what I
is
was-
Mitch. How did you actually come across this show?
So, after I've watched Attack on Titan, so I watched like Attack on Titan, Naruto, and I was like, dude, anime openings and intros are so cool. So I would just listen to openings and intros and endings because you can't understand it, but they sound super badass. So I heard the opening to Noragami season 2, and I was like, this is amazing. I have to watch the show. I watched the show, fell in love with Yato. He is still my favorite character of all time. Noragami used to be my favorite anime, but then I watched actual like good anime. I'm not saying this one.
What in the
isn't good, but,
motherfucker did you just say?
I'm not saying this one isn't good, but I'm saying like I've watched actual
Great
anime
start.
that has deep and like emotional story that rip your heart out, like Code Geass and Hunter x Hunter and stuff like that.
Marty.
Yeah,
Kamari.
especially Kamari. Hey, shout out to Kamari in the back.
So
Has
yeah.
usurped
Things
the
to come.
Twix's throne.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
now
3
I ain't
weeks
blocking
until we
out
get to
light.
watch that masterpiece.
Dude, hell yeah. That could just be the webcam the rest of the time, dude. Let's do it.
God, I want
3 weeks. I'm so excited.
There's the boy Hayashida.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Already
think that's
crazy coming.
him. It's
Yeah.
weird. And then, yeah. Even Maeda loses in the movie because now he's not the only blonde.
Maeda's the best character, so
Well, he still loses in
Amada was.
it's Maeda.
Mada.
All right.
Oda.
So I wanted to start off this discussion with all three of you guys' first impressions of the anime and Yato as a character. I actually just want to see what you guys thought of him when you like that first scene, first opening scene. What you thought?
I will say, while I was watching these episodes, my impression of Yato, I was like completely on his side pretty much the entire time. Like whenever anyone looked at him like bad or like talk shit or something like that. But that's only because we did that like top 25 list for you, and we had like a long discussion about Yato. So
I kind of spoiled some stuff.
Yeah, I'm going into the show with some understanding of where or what we're gonna find out about Yato later on, so that kind of fucking trashed it up. my opinion. So,
It made you feel empathy for him because you knew some stuff about his past.
yeah, I mean, I'm just coming into the show with stuff I already know that, the other characters don't know.
Mhm.
And a normal watcher of the show shouldn't really know by this time unless they looked ahead into it. But all in all, Yata is just that kind of carefree god
Mhm.
that really likes
Well
5 yen.
he doesn't like 5 yen. It's in Japanese culture, you pay a god 5 yen to them grant your prayers. It's not
Um,
just him.
Well, in like, not to jump ahead too far already, but we come across like one of the other gods and they have like a huge like infrastructure and stuff and have shrines all over the place. Can gods like charge different amounts or is it just
No,
this
no.
flat 5?
It's
I think
5 yen.
that just shows the scale of how many
Yeah,
people
yeah,
like that
it's
one.
5 yen, but Tengen or Tenjin or whatever his name is, he's the god of knowledge.
Uzui?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tengen Uzui. He's the
Demon
god of
Slayer
Oh,
crossover.
tofu.
Hell yeah, dude.
he's the god of knowledge, and all the high school students in Japan and all the college students in Japan pray to him and during exam season.
Hmm,
So,
that makes sense.
yeah.
No, I mean, good
Yusuf,
start though.
Josh.
Hmm.
Um,
Um,
Uh,
Um,
I
oh,
am,
did you say
Ja
Josh?
I
Ja
said
did you
Yusuf,
say
Josh.
you say
Oh,
Yuzu? Oh,
that was,
yeah, so
yeah,
my first impression of Yato, just reiterate it.
yeah.
He's got sweaty
Go ahead,
hands.
Yusuf.
Why don't you answer the fucking question, please?
All right,
Go ahead,
Josh.
Yusuf.
oh, Travis still going.
Okay, Yusuf. Josh. Yusuf. Josh. Mitch.
Mitch,
Mitch, why don't you
no?
give your impressions of
Mitch.
what a
Dude,
fucking nightmare this
my
is?
first impressions of Yato the first time I watched it was I loved him from the second he walked on screen. Literally, I've never met an anime character that makes me laugh more than he does.
He
So
gets constantly shit on, dude.
that's why I fucking love him. He's so funny, dude.
Oh my god, dude. I
It's so funny.
I watching these episodes, I can 100% understand why you relate to Yato because he constantly
Yes.
gets shit on and everyone completely talks shit and undermines everything he
'Cause
says.
that is literally my
Mitch,
dynamic
shut the
with
fuck
all of my
up.
friends.
Mitch, shut the fuck up. No
You
one
trash
cares what you
talking.
think. Josh is trying to say something right now. Why don't you give your
Exactly.
impression? Stop interrupting, Mitch.
Thank
Jesus
you.
Christ.
Okay, so Yusuf, go
Fucking
ahead.
Oompa Loompa.
God fucking damn it, dude. Okay, I'm switching the goddamn color of
Show
my
us the
fucking
guns.
room. Fuck
Holy
you,
shit.
dude.
About to get a tan through my computer here.
Oh my god.
So from your top 25, I honestly don't remember what you said about Yato. I even forgot that he was a god.
Oh really?
So
Okay.
that surprised me when that was revealed, but then I had like that brief flashback and I'm like, "Oh yeah. I think I remember that vaguely." Um I don't really think I needed to be convinced to like be on his side. I was kind of impartial for every character, so nothing really was challenging in that way. Um I liked his personality. I liked the humor like within the first couple of minutes. I think he did a good job capturing it. And Mitch, I kind of know what you might be fishing for here since we're conveniently also
Oh
covering
yeah. I
JJK
was gonna bring it up. Yeah.
on the opposite weeks. That was a great parallel between the two. And yeah, one did it first, but that was
Oh,
a nice comparison there to see
Well,
how each one did it.
yeah. You say one did it first, but then Trav made a good point when we were at dinner the other night. It's not a very complex idea. It's not a very complex thing.
you know
So,
what?
Yeah.
What's a fuel for a lot of bad stuff? Oh, negative stuff. Okay.
hmm
It's
yeah.
curses. What are they called
Well,
in this show? Like phantoms.
Phantom.
Phantoms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
phantom
I mean, the terms
curses.
are different, but
It's all the
Yeah,
same shit
yeah.
at the end of the day, really.
hmm
It's just
Yeah,
some
Demons.
look
I was
more
gonna
demonic than
ask if
others.
you. I was gonna ask if you like chose this intentionally because of the
No,
similarities.
knowing Mitch, he chose it
No.
because he likes the show and he wants to talk about it. It just so
Yeah.
happens we're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen
Well, yeah,
on the
'cause
off week.
A
I
happy
was
coincidence then.
I was watching because honestly, it's been so long since I've seen this show. I totally forgot what the premise of it was. All I remembered was that I really liked Yato a lot, and I liked Yuki a lot. We'll get to Yuki, but I was sat there when I was watching the first season. I was like, first scene, I was like, holy shit, this is literally just Jujutsu Kaisen, but like way more comedy than it is seriousness. So,
yeah, so I wasn't disappointed in any way with these first 4 episodes, but I mean, there's always room for that to change. Without, I doubt that it would get worse. I mean, usually it would only get better. So
mhm.
yeah, I'm just looking forward to the rest of it. So,
Hell yeah, dude. I also did not remember, I guess, what you had talked about the character from your top 25, and I guess that's kind of a good thing then, that
Yeah.
so I don't so I can avoid spoilers or whatever. Um, but yeah, I guess kind of to go back to what Trav said, I guess I'm curious to find out more about his past, and especially I guess that it'll show a lot of his character or what makes him great, since I mean we know that he's a god of war, and that that I don't remember who it was, but like that he took kind of whoever's wishes that he could get and did what he had to do. But yet now we see him like scrubbing bathrooms with toothbrushes and stuff and helping find lost cats. Like he
Yeah.
must be a good
Well,
god and just a
th-
good character to be able to
they
like or to be willing to do those things after what he must have done before.
Daikoku kind of hints at the fact that the reason he doesn't do any of that stuff anymore is because he's changed, but also because there's no more need. People aren't making those kind of wishes anymore,
Right.
right? The world's changed, so he had to change with it. So I don't know. You guys will see as the series goes on that Yato. The reason I like him so much is he's such a brokenly flawed character, but I still love him because it's the only character in anime that makes me laugh like he does. And then I think some of his what ideology is really good. Like we got to in episode 3, I think. I like some of his ideology.
Well, I wasn't so surprised that he was doing all these like odd jobs because it seems like he doesn't have that much of a what is it?
Reputation.
Yes.
A following,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it would just doing all these odd jobs just to kind of meet ends meet
Well, yeah.
and kind of gain a little bit more influence over people. But
Well, yeah. That's the reason why he doesn't have a following though. Is because no one's wishing for gods of war anymore. Like they don't need that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no more Kratos.
All
He's
right.
just got to do a bunch of side quests. He's done all the main quests. It's
Boy.
Yeah.
just side
Yeah.
quests now.
All right. So episode 1 starts off with Yato. So it opens with this girl in school who's like getting bullied and getting laughed at, and she conjures up this phantom, and Yato does his whole fucking land of the rising sun. I commence you to cease and cuts the phantom in half and locks it and seals it and everything. Uh, and then immediately afterwards, we get straight into what I love about the show is the comedy, and his regalia is like, "Oh, you fucking stink! I hate when you touch me with your sweaty hands. I want to quit." And Yato I just love his mannerisms and the way he overreacts to everything. It's so fucking funny.
So you
Um,
said regalia? That's what the weapon's
regalia.
called?
So
Yeah.
in like when you say it in Japanese, it's called a seki. Like when they say seki, they mean it's what it translates to regalia.
Okay.
Not exactly sure what a regalia is, like what the
But
translation is, but
well, what is it? Like it's like a spirit, right?
a regalia. We learned this at the end of episode 2, but a regalia is a uncorrupted spirit. So it's a phantom that hasn't been corrupted yet, pretty much. And
So phantoms exist from dead people?
yes, phantoms are corrupted spirits.
Okay. And then spirits are
So
just, normal dead
yeah,
people,
so regalias are spirits, uncorrupted spirits that haven't made it to the far shore yet, and
which
they're like they're
is
like they're
like
like stuck in
heaven
yeah, they're like stuck in purgatory, kind of. So
But they serve a god as like some sort of a thing.
if they get
yeah,
recruited, it seems.
the god can like seal like give that if the god gives them a name, then they are the god's servant. So and we see right away that I just realized that they actually set up some they set up some foreshadowing, but for some other plot elements later in this show, but they show right away that regalias can or a god can release their regalia from their service if they choose to. So I forgot how weird the music was in this show too. It's like a bunch of just like hype
Like hip
un
hop
like hip
almost.
hop
Yeah,
rap. Yeah,
yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
weird. I
I'm
like
here
it.
for
I
it. I enjoyed
I
it.
Yeah.
remember liking it.
Yeah, it was good.
Mhm.
I got really no gripes about overall sound, and the quality of the animation's pretty good.
Hmm.
I think
So
the idea of regalia, like even just the word in and of itself is pretty fitting in what it's being used for, because I guess in in definition today, I associate that with some kind of accessory, and that's
Mhm.
what they are. They're an
Yeah,
accessory to the
yeah.
god. So,
Mhm.
and we saw that with the girl that was
I
offended by the sweat.
I forgot I didn't write her name down, but she shows up later.
Mm-mm.
I didn't write her name
Starts
down
with an
here.
M.
Yeah, I just called her knife bitch.
Knife bitch, yeah, because she was like a big green knife.
Well, like
Yeah.
the first thing we like heard her say was just like, "You got sweaty hands, little dumb Yato looking face bitch." And then Yato does like his whole like he turns fully white like
Uh-huh.
ah
The
ah
classic.
ah
See, like
ah.
Yato is like the most like classic over exaggerating anime character. Like, because he does
Yeah,
all the stereotypical over exaggerations in anime.
yeah.
His
Check the
face
box
goes
off.
crazy, and yeah.
He doesn't have glasses though, so we won't get to see like do the.
It won't do the little like
Yeah, yeah.
fall.
So then so his regalia leaves, and then he's just chilling on a bench, and he gets a call. It's one thing I still don't understand about this show. If people can't see him, or we come to find out he's hard to see, how the hell are people just calling him and then just like he
He's
posts his
he
number all
he
but like
graffitis all over the
but
place.
like did he walk into like a T-Mobile and be like I want a contract please? Like what the hell? How do you get a
Oh,
phone?
Well, it's not like well, you already answered your own question. Like it's not impossible for people to see
Yeah.
him. It's just they might not see him on the corner of their eye, or they may just walk right past him.
Mhm.
Which I mean, really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, to be honest. But I mean,
Wait, what doesn't make a lot of sense?
well, it's like there's like yeah, they just can't see us that well. It's like what?
Well, no, no. I think it makes total sense because what happens is they see them, but like a day you're walking down the street, you don't pay attention to everyone you pass, right? Like you see that person, but you have no recollection of what their face looks like or who they are, right? So that's what the concept is. Like people see them, but they just don't pay attention to them.
They don't like acknowledge their existence because they're not really relevant.
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like there
So
should be some kind of exchange with that though, because when we were learning about that at the restaurant, and I know it's jumping ahead a little bit. He was explaining like that whole thing with the analogy with people walking on the street. I feel like if you're in an environment where you don't really have that mass of people to kind of conceal you,
mhm.
i.e., they were in the restaurant, so how many
Yeah.
people are really in that building? It should be a lot more possible to be seen instead of being at a booth and then literally not even being able to look to the left and see two people sitting there if you're the
Yeah.
server. But
It, the magic system is not very fleshed out. It's kind of just it's kind of just hey, when we need characters to see Yato, they'll see Yato. When they
Yeah,
don't need to see him, they won't need to see
that's
him.
why I thought it was weird about that
So
whole diner scene is because
Yeah, and
the waitress came up and then Yato's just like they put down one water and then Yato's
mhm.
like, "Oh no, we need three." And she's like, "What the fuck?
Where the
I'm
fuck
so
you come
I'm so
from?
sorry. I'm
yeah,
so
yeah,
oh
and
shit."
the timing of it made it seem that like the waitress went to get the water while it was just the girl, and then she came back, and then they were there, and it's like, well, yeah,
Mhm.
she only brought one. Y'all just showed up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even
Uh,
ask. Yeah, she didn't even ask that. She's like, "When the fuck did you guys get here?" You know?
okay. Back on track. We so he gets a call about a missing cat named Milord who
Oh, Lord.
he has to go find. And then it cuts to three girls walking on the street. It's introduced into Hiyori, and for some like I forgot just how fucking weird the introduction to her was. They're just like talking about what like godly things, and then Hiyori just has like a fucking orgasm in the middle of the street about this fighter that she's watching on there on her phone. Like I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Is that a boxer or a
Martial
wrestler?
artist.
I don't
MMA
remember.
fighter.
Okay.
So yeah,
Mixed
she just
martial
like
arts.
she just gets all hot and bothered about this MMA fighter, and she's like, I have my god right here in my phone. This is my god. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, woman? Jesus Christ.
oh my god,
God. So
got me some laugh.
I mean,
I'm
youths
so
are
hot
very
and
passionate
bothered
about
right
these.
now.
You know?
yeah, so immediately I was like, ugh, I don't like Hiyori as much as I did, but that changes later. So what do I have next?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta
so they're
say,
walking.
I personally don't really give much of a shit about her.
You don't care about her yet?
No, not really. It's just I guess the first impression we got of her, like I was fine with the whole like MMA shit, and like later on in the episode, which I'm sure you'll talk about, it's all cool and all, but she just she doesn't ask enough questions, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
here she is like trying to confidently fight like these phantoms and shit. It's like, oh, I'd be
Fuck
shitting my
that.
fucking pants. She's seeing like fucking like stingray monsters flying through the sky. She's jumping on fucking telephone poles, and I'm like, I'd be calling up Yato and be like, yo, what the fuck is that?
Well, she's trying, but he refuses to answer her. He's like, "Oh, I'll figure it out later,"
He
and he hangs up.
teleports to her.
So,
Bitch, I got
yeah.
another 5 yen right here to answer my damn question.
Yeah, actually, if you don't mind going slightly off track real quick,
Mhm.
I just want to ask because so he's a god of war, but he keeps introducing himself as like a delivery god
Well, because
or something.
he's trying to repackage himself because war isn't
Okay.
very profitable anymore.
Okay.
So now
Okay.
he's the
So is he trying
delivery
to like
god.
I wouldn't
utilize
want
that
my
whole
mailman to be the god
teleportation
of war,
ability?
you know? Just
Well,
saying.
no, I think all gods can teleport.
Okay.
I think Yato's just like, I don't know what else to do, like, because he's a lazy sack of shit. So he's just like, I'll just do some odd jobs here and there. And then
Okay.
he
I think
spends all his money.
it's like his way to say that he'll
Hmm.
deliver their wishes to them or something like that.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
So then Hiyori and her friends, uh, they see the poster of Milord and they're like, oh, we
Oh, Lord.
should look for this cat or whatever. Or they don't look for it; they just see the poster like, oh, that sucks. But then
Well, they did like
Hiyori
the
and
whole anime shit where they're like, oh shit, a cat. It's
Mhm.
lost. Fuck that cat.
Fuck that
Oh
cat.
shit!
And then we had like the scene where like the two like main characters cross each other in the sidewalk, and
And they notice each other.
she's
Well,
like,
Hiyori notices him. Yeah.
holy shit, and Yato's like, oh shit, there's my
There's a
lord.
cat. Yeah, Hiyori's like, oh shit, it's the main character. And then Yato's like, oh, there's the
For
cat.
your face, you're not invisible to me.
Hmm. And then Yato runs into the street to get the cat, knowing well that he can't get hit by the cars because if they would just phase through him, or it
Would
wouldn't
it?
hurt him. I'm pretty sure he could just phase through it, or it just wouldn't hurt him. Like,
Well,
it's
yeah. Like, what do
Or
you guys think would
teleport.
have happened? Because like when he was jumping on like telephone poles and wires, that shit would like bounce. So that means he does have like some sort of physical property to himself.
I think he probably would have teleported away, like teleported in and out of his existence, maybe.
Yeah, but it looks like with the way that truck was going, it was going to hit. Oh Lord, right?
It would have killed the cat 100%.
Do you think he could
I
teleport with
think
the cat, or the cat's just fucked?
I don't know. It's a good question.
probably.
I don't
He
think
I
it
think
really.
If Yato got hit,
teleport
Yato would have been
people.
fine.
Yeah,
But the
Yato
cat.
like the reason he ran in the street because it wouldn't have hurt him to get hit. But Hiyori, not knowing he's a god, runs in the street and pushes him out of the way, and pretty much dies. Her body gets split in half, or her soul gets separated from her body
She's only mostly dead.
because she's dead, but her spirit didn't die for whatever reason. Yeah, and she wakes up in the hospital. Well, she tells Yato like, "What the hell were you doing in the street? Are you okay?" And Yato's like, what the hell's that?" And it's her body laying in the street. So
Ooh, I don't know how to tell you this one, bud, but that's you.
you're dead.
What?
You're dead.
Well, and then
So
she
then
wakes up in the hospital, pretty much.
Yeah, she wakes up in the hospital with really no memory of what happened, except for the fact that she saw a guy run into the street. That's all she remembers. Convenient that her dad's a fucking doctor, by the way. Just
And they own
convenience.
the hospital.
And they own the hospital.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that. Oh.
Yeah. The mom was like, "We own this place. Just let her stay the night." I
Mhm.
was like, "Damn, all right. She got a wealthy family.
She
Flex.
rich. She rich.
Okay, we get it."
I see why Yato's hanging around.
Yeah, for real. I was like, why did she just buy him a shrine?
Yeah, give me a
Yeah.
couple more of those
That,
5 yens.
that explains how she can like afford all the food and everything now.
Mhm. Yeah.
Money's
That's
just
right.
flying.
That's a good point. Because they chow down.
Must be nice.
Yato's like, never waste a free meal. Just fucking he's like acting like Goku from like Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
Pretty much like every
So,
other fucking
every protagonist. In
yeah,
anime
every
does that.
fucking yeah.
So a bunch of stuff happens where she's like, "Oh, I don't remember what happened," and her friends are there. And a bunch of just not important stuff. And then it cuts to where she's alone, and she's just sitting in her bed, and she starts hearing voices of like people in pain and like people in like just a bunch of negative emotions. And we find out later that she can hear people that are stuck in between the far shore and
Near
the,
shore.
the near shore. Yeah. So she can hear. So she's like dead, half dead.
Mostly
So
dead.
mostly dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
then Yato.
do we get Yato's motivation in that scene? Right.
To what
For
motivation for what?
well, didn't he like freak out over like having his own shrine and stuff?
Not we haven't had that yet. That's when they talk on the bridge.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Well, actually, no, it is in the hospital. But I wanted to talk about how creepy Yato is when he shows up in the hospital, just
Underneath her
in
blanket.
between her
Where they're talking
legs,
about
under the
the girl.
blanket.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Dude, he pulled a grudge, dude.
Yeah, dude. He's just under the blanket, and
Fuck.
then she like a cat runs to the fucking couch and like hunches and growls at him. I was like, I
It
fucking
fits
love
her
anime.
theme.
I love anime. And then he explains to her what he is, that he's a god. I laughed. This is one of my favorite parts, comedy wise, when she turns around, she's like calling the cops. He's like, "Wait, what? No, I am a god." He's
I'm
like,
the great
"Some dude
god
thinks he's
Yato.
telling.
I've
Some
never
dude's
heard
telling me he's
that
a
god.
god."
I've never heard that god before. Hello, please. No, no, stop, stop, stop. It's a prank, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, and then he goes through his whole shebang that happens like 6 more times in the course of these next 4 episodes of him with all the biddies and on his golden shrine with his crown and his cape, and he wants to be the greatest god known to man and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
He wants to have all the NFTs to himself. All the monkeys, all for him. All painted in gold. Somebody say something.
No, this is all you, man.
no,
You got
dude.
this.
Alright, I fucking tried, okay?
Yeah, you wanna talk to us about your NFT collection?
Dude, I wish. I'd have them all for Cromartie.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, fucking banana bread at work, dude. Hell
Anything
yeah.
else? Anything else super important happen in the hospital that you guys can remember?
They
Anything you?
fucking jumped out the window.
Oh yeah, he just
Yeah,
jumps out the
Yato's just
window.
like, I'm out this bitch, see ya.
Yeah, without really even answering any of her questions. He's like, "Peace, I'm out."
Well, like
But he's like, "Good luck with your half dead body. Have fun."
no, I think at that point he figured she was, back to normal pretty much. Because
Yeah, that's what he
later
Yeah,
on in the
yeah,
He's like, you
episode,
look good. Now we're even.
yeah. Okay.
so go on, wrapping
But
up.
after that, she was discharged, right? She went
Yeah,
to
yeah.
back to
So
her like normal daily things,
yeah,
school and all that.
so she gets discharged, and then it's just like a kind of like a mini montage of her at school and her like getting really tired randomly and falling asleep in class and stuff. And then we find out that it's the effects of the accident that she's slipping in and out of her body, out of her human body and her spirit body into like her phantom body. And then I don't know what the fuck I wrote here. I skipped like half the episode, but I'm pretty sure the next thing we see after we find out that Hiyori is, well, she goes around and she jumps on telephone poles and shit, and she just like automatically has all these like crazy gymnastic powers that a high school girl shouldn't have.
Well, that's just the
Yeah,
power
I
of
think
her spear form. She's probably way lighter in that form.
yeah, I think from what I remember, yeah, she was like in school, she fell asleep during class, then she was like in the locker room getting ready for gym, and she just passed out, and then her friends had to like take her body somewhere, and
Hmm.
she's like, yeah, you can do whatever with my body. I'm just gonna be chilling in this tree, jumping from
Yeah,
telephone pole or whatever.
Looking at
Yeah,
just
fucking
fucking just
monstrous
leaves
stingrays in the background. It's like, I know what
just
happened to fucking Steve Irwin, man. Fuck that.
just leaves her body behind and just like, ah, fuck
When
that.
when they first showed that she had like the cat tail, what I thought had happened was that her soul like broke off and it went into Malord. And that she was just like, I thought that legitimately, I thought that she was like dead, and I thought that now like her soul was in the cat, and it was some weird fucking fusion shit, and I was like, oh damn.
Yeah,
But
I thought I was kind of
that
thinking somewhere
is
along the
not the
lines like
case.
that. Yeah, trying to
No,
like save the
I never
cat. She died.
yeah, I never thought about why she had a tail and cat like features, but I guess that makes Why
Yeah, because
she saved the
it was
cat,
like
and
that was her body, and there she was, and now she's got a cat tail, and I was like, damn.
So,
yeah,
But that's not the case. That's not what happened.
yeah.
well,
So
and
then,
then Yato comes across the cat again, right?
yeah,
My
so
lord,
we cut back to Yato. He's still searching for the freaking cat,
my
and
lord.
he no, Hiyori decides to go look for the cat first
To find Yato.
because she wants to
Um,
find Yato. He's like, Yato must be looking for the cat, so I'm gonna go look for the cat to hopefully find
well, I
Yato.
think she remembers like all this like bullshit kind of started with some relation to the cat. So if
Hmm.
in her mind, if she finds the cat, she'll get answers.
Yes, yeah. So she goes looking for the cat. Um, Yato. Then we cut to Yato, who's also looking for the cat. Yato finds the cat, but then he gets attacked by what, the big like frog one, the big
Yeah,
gecko one.
yeah, the
Something
frog
that smelled
phantom.
something that was smelling something. Smell
Yeah,
what the rock was cooking.
yeah. Do you smell?
You
Um,
smell nice.
Smelled good.
and then
Smell nice.
Hiyori just comes out of nowhere and saves the day because Yato doesn't have a regalia, so he can't fight it. And she just comes out of nowhere, and her little like slow motion run that she couldn't even get into the fight fast enough, and then all of a sudden she's just like, you know what? I love MMA fighters. I'm gonna do this crazy spinning back kick and almost kill this thing in one hit.
And
Oh
name her move the jungle something. The
yeah, the
jungle
jungle
swing.
Yeah,
tornado or
yeah,
whatever.
the Jungle Book.
The jungle squat.
Mowgli.
Hmm. So
So
they
then,
Moby
ended
Dick.
up just running away from what?
yeah. Yato's
I
like,
don't know what
fuck
the fuck
this.
was that. What? What'd you say, Yusuf?
What?
The fucking jungling what?
What?
What'd you say?
I don't even remember. I said the jungle the jungle squat.
Jungle squat.
Yeah,
Because they
no.
constantly make fun of her apparently her underwear under the skirt. Like her friends were talking shit about while she was unconscious to
That's something
do
I
some
wanted to
shit
bring
with
up.
her.
I forgot how fucking sexualized they made her. Every time she passed
Yeah,
out, her bra or panties were out. I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell's happening, man?
yeah.
Gotta love
And
anime.
she's like 10 years old.
She's like, yeah, 15, bro. She's
Yeah,
like
she's like
15
2
and
years old, man.
she's like 15 and Yato's like a
Then
couple thousand years old.
there was a
Yeah, she's
different
like
time
fucking 15 months.
in one of like the later episodes that a different girl was passed out, and somebody was like, "Ooh, she's wearing stripes," and I was like, "Dude."
Well, it wasn't when they were past that. It was the retelling of when the fall
Oh,
scene. The fall
yeah,
scene.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, the guy falling.
That's probably
Still,
one
Uh,
of
I
the
was
funniest scenes for me,
that was
actually.
such a good scene. I love that
That
scene.
was pretty good.
Yeah. So to escape, Yato's like, fuck this, we're out, and he can't like where we can't kill this thing, so he just pulls her and runs away. They somehow escape. They get back to Hiyori's human body. She's just somehow, I don't know how she did this to herself, but she's just slumped over a fence, just like
Um,
hanging on a fucking fence.
well, I mean, the whole like her going into her spirit form just happens. You know, she doesn't do it willingly. So she was probably just in the middle of hopping a fence and then just, whoops,
Oh,
oopsie poops.
okay. Yeah, and then they go to the bridge, and she wishes for Yato to help her get her body back and stuff, and make her back to normal. And Yato agrees, and then he just paces out.
And then we are on episode 2 where we get the fanfare of a lifetime, right? The start, her washing
Oh,
herself in the
her
fucking
in the
bathroom.
her in the bathroom. Yeah, man.
And
They
she had
really
her,
like.
yeah, she had her cat tail too, because she was asleep on
Oh,
her naked body was like asleep on the ground, and she was in her spirit form,
Mhm.
still nude, with like
do
the
you mean
cat tail and
fan
shit.
service?
Yeah,
Fan service, yeah.
what'd
Fan
I say?
service. Okay, you said fanfare.
Yeah, fair.
Oh, same
Yeah.
shit. Same
Jungle
shit.
squat.
Yeah, the fucking squats, dude. Like she was putting fucking soapy foam on her head to make it look like fucking
Called
cat
shampoo.
ears.
Called
Ears,
shampoo. It's called shampoo.
Listen, man, I've had
Mitch,
fucking 3.5
Mitch,
hours of sleep. Give me a break.
Soapy foam on her
and
head.
you know Trav has a different name for everything.
Is that
It's
what you call it? It's like
it's
time to use some
foam.
soapy foam.
It's
Yeah.
foam.
Who are you talking to?
Fuck you, water. I'm gonna
Yeah,
drink
so
you now out of spite.
after the like minute and a half of Hiyori fan service, it's just like more of her dealing with the side effects of the accident. Um We find out that she can see phantoms, but only she can only see them when she's in her far body. I'm pretty sure. I don't think she can see them when she's in her human body, unless I'm mistaken. What? That wasn't a fart. That was my chair. You fucks. That was my chair. You dumb motherfuckers.
I know it was, but you just did like this. It went.
Shut the fuck up, Yusuf.
I wasn't gonna laugh, and I felt it coming out, and I looked at Trav, dude. And the minute he lost it,
I gotta say I don't know if she could see like phantoms and shit in her normal form, but it seems like her, like I mentioned from the first episode, that she jumps into her spirit body like randomly. So like throughout the day, she just
happens.
falls asleep, and next thing you know, she's just chilling inside her spirit body. What a bitch that would
suck.
be.
Yeah.
I would be like, fuck it, man. Can I just go full sail with the spirit shit, man? I'm sick of passing out on the shitter, you know?
But people can't see her when she's spirit form. We find that out, except for kids and animals. Because there's that crying baby who gets scared by a phantom, and then she shakes her butt at the baby, and the baby starts laughing.
Yeah.
So
He likes the fanfare fucking soapy foam.
Mm-hmm.
How does she get back into her body then from the spirit form? Does she just
randomly, I think.
Does it just happen though? Like, or does she have to like hover around like, please? Come on.
I think she like reconnects
Come on,
to
man.
it somehow.
And then
She's-
just it fucking sucks her back in like Kirby.
Yeah, because we find out that her tail is just it's like I had the word on the tip of my tongue.
It's
but
like a
connection
link.
to life.
Yeah,
Right?
it's just an extension of her.
Mm-hmm.
She's connected by the tail, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I think as soon as she makes contact with her body, it might be I don't know how long, but I remember one scene where like she was just passed out. She was like I don't know in a weird position, and then she went into that same position in her body, and then she was back.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she has to go back to her body.
Yeah.
I just don't think we have the whole context of both their forms really.
They'll never explain it.
I felt like they wouldn't go too deep with it because they're just like, fuck it. It's just gonna be plot convenient for whenever we throw her in her spirit form.
Yeah. So the next thing I have is Yato does chores. I don't know if I missed anything in between all the Hiyori stuff and Yato cleaning the bathroom, but
it was just the fucking cat girl just running around and shit, like trying to figure out how she can help Yato.
I think before he did the chores cleaning the bathroom, that's where they had their conversation at the park, right?
At the park.
Or like it was like some weird. I don't know. It was at a park somewhere.
On that bridge.
Not the bridge. She was like, I don't know. I don't remember exactly. She
Oh,
was like facing the water.
wasn't she in like a train car and like she called Yato? And then
Yato
she was like,
in the train car.
No, and then Yato teleported to her, and after she called, and he was like trying to Sharpie some shit. He was like, "Yeah, don't worry, I'll help you. Don't worry, I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
You gave me your buddy, bitch.
Yeah,
Little stupid Yato face, bitch."
Yeah. But then, like, I must have missed. Stopped taking notes halfway through the episode because I went from the Hiyori stuff to he's doing chores. So
Yeah, I don't remember anything too relevant.
no, because I think he does chores, and then I think it cuts to him like on a train or something, and then Hiyori calls him, and then he tells because the next thing that happens is they get attacked by another phantom.
Mm.
Or maybe no, Hiyori goes and fights the phantom, and then Yato teleports to her. And it's like, what are you doing? You can like die in this body.
The whole
still,
gimmick of
whatever.
episode 2 was trying to get Yato the weapon, right?
A regalia.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what happens. Yeah. So after their talk in the park or on the train or whatever,
Cat lady's just like, fuck it, man. I'll find you one of those things.
Well, no, because Yato she asks why isn't he helping me yet? I paid 5 regalia. So she's like, all right, I'll go find you a regalia.
Find you one. Yeah.
And then she goes through the city and talks to a bunch of phantoms who are scared of her, and they hide in the suit and stuff. And then finds that whatever it is, toad looking thing. And then she calls Yato, and she's like, oh, I found you a regalia. She's like, oh god, not this again.
Oh no.
Yes, and then they fight it. Yato gets blighted, which
Well,
is
Catgirl is too confident with her abilities and tries to fight it. And Yato's just
mhm,
like, no, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know what the
mhm.
fuck you're up against. And so then he ends up taking a little bite on his arm, or most of his arm getting engulfed by this phantom.
I
Yeah,
think that's when he explains the whole tail situation of like if that
Yeah.
thing cuts the tie between
yeah,
you and your tail or whatever, you're dead.
If Cat Lady
yeah,
loses her tail, she's just fucking dead.
yeah. Because
I love how
they go in,
he, knowing that, he just like ever so
grabs her by the
aggressively just
tail,
pulled
yeah,
the
and
shit out of
bends
her
it.
Hey,
tail.
Yeah,
just so you
So
know,
if
if
it
this
was
thing gets too fucked up, you're dead.
if it was any other anime, when he touches her tail, you'd just hear. But luckily, you
That's in
don't
a
hear that in
future
this
episode.
anime.
Come on, right,
yeah. That's
Mitch?
gonna happen. Yeah, sure, 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 sure,
Mm-hmm.
sure.
See,
Um, yeah, but then when he discusses that, she sees the purple on his hand, and she's like, "What's that?" And we don't really know what it is yet, but it's a blight. So like, if you get bit by a phantom, you get blighted, and it's just like basically like a curse, pretty much, that can kill a god.
I see it more as like
Um,
a poison.
yeah, it's like a poison. Yeah. So then the phantom sees him again. They start running again, and then
Dude,
Yato, with the snipe of the century, sees a little tiny speck
like a
floating
fucking
by his
main
home.
character, baby.
Little,
He
Yeah,
sees the
little
fucking
cotton
light.
ball.
Yeah, the little
yeah.
fucking
He
cotton ball
sees the
spirit.
little spirit
He's like, hey,
hanging out by the
you
light.
there, you.
He's like, "You're mine."
Yeah.
You're my bitch now.
So
Transform into a fucking sword right now, bitch.
And he's just
That
sitting.
is a
He was sitting
cool
next to like
looking
a
fucking
mailbox,
sword,
right? And he's
though.
like, "I'm
yeah,
just waiting for
he
my
was
mail."
he was just chilling out by a mailbox.
Dude's
It,
minding his
it
own
I'm just,
business.
honestly,
what's going on?
He's like, "What
Yeah.
happened?"
No, then
it
Yato's just like,
honestly,
What's a seki?
it
It's funny.
reminded me of like the little like specks of dust from Spirited Away. You know what I
Yes.
mean? That love the
Yeah.
candy. It looked a
yeah.
lot
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But instead of like black, it was like glowing yellow and
Yeah.
stuff.
It was innocent. It was taken against its will.
Yeah, it really was.
We
Yeah,
gotta
I
put
was like, "You're
Yato on a
mine
fucking
now."
list, bro. We gotta get Chris Hansen in this bitch. Yato, why
Yeah,
don't you take a seat? I'll give you 5 yen if you take a seat.
so he gives the spirit a name, Yukine. Um, and then yeah, he cuts the phantom into
Dude, he
pieces
gave
and
that fucking
steals it.
sword like 3 names. Your name is
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, it was
Sausage
one like
Link,
a human.
Yeah, I don't
fucking
understand.
It
Yakisoba,
was
and
a human
fucking
name, a regalia name, and
A spirit name.
a spirit name.
Yeah.
The Yuki's human name. I don't remember what the other one's.
No,
Yukine or something.
Yuki. I think Yukine is his spirit name. No,
Yeah, I think
it's his
Yuki
human
is the
name.
human name.
No, Yukine is his human name. Yuki is his regalia name on his chest. That's Yuki. That's what it says. Like the
mm,
character
So
Yuki.
what's
And then I don't
so
know what his spirit
just
name was. I don't remember.
yeah, Sausage Links or some shit like that.
Yeah. Hmm.
I thought Seki was the regalia name, but now you're saying that that just is like a word for regalia.
I
But
think it's like the
I don't
type
know
of weapon he is or something.
No,
Or
Seki is like translates to regalia. I'm pretty sure. Let me Google it quick. Um,
but
So
gotta
when
say
he says
the
that he has like a human name, does that mean that that was his name when he was a human, or is that still just a name that that Yato gave to him?
his name. Um,
I think that's
his
the
name.
name that Yato gave him. I think it goes back to like that whole thing where they're not really noticeable until they are. So like if he's in
Oh
that
no.
situation,
Okay.
that's his name.
Okay. No. Okay. So
Oh, I think it's
Seki
just
Seki is Yukine's name when he's in the sword form,
okay.
because
So that
it's a combination of setsu, meaning instrument, and ki, like Yuki. So
mm,
it's setsu ki. It's like, so it's Suki or Seki. So that's his sword name. His spirit or his regalia name is Yuki, and then his human name was Yukine. So
yeah.
did you guys catch, like, it's one of my favorite scenes in the whole show. After Yato kills the spirit, we like look at him through Hiyori's point of view, and he's on the floor. Well, we just get flashed of
Oh,
we get a flash of Yukine's past. Like, we don't know anything. It's
yeah.
just a bunch of images, and Yato's on the floor crying. I
Yeah, he
love
says
that.
like that's so sad or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you guys can understand why he's crying, but they
Yeah,
go
dude.
way more into
He
depth
he was
than
like this cotton ball man. It turned into a fucking sword. It looks so cool, dude.
no.
I like the fuck out, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Well,
sword's cool.
it's because
That's a teenager.
when a god names a regalia, they learn everything about their past and how they die, but the regalia doesn't remember any of it.
Yeah, don't they become one in mind and body?
Mind and body, yeah. Which so many
So
funny things
so
happen in this episode.
Yato can,
That's why I'm surprised they didn't do the
Can it-
whole nosebleed when something lewd happens.
whatever Yuki's, thinking some fucking sus shit,
Mhm.
Yeah, so I just love that scene. Shows how much Yato already cares about Yuki, like because he knows how he died and how he was treated as a human. So
Yeah, isn't it after that fight? Is Yato like cleansing his hand from the blight, and
yeah,
then we
yeah.
see
They
Yuki
go to
transform?
Tenjin's temple or his shrine, and he just fucking pours water over the blade. He's like, yeah, water heals it. It's like, okay, whatever.
Well, I'm
Water heals
assuming
things.
that's like
Tenjin,
holy water or some shit, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
because it was at a
probably.
temple.
Some sort of purifying thing.
And then Yuki comes out of his Seki form. He's just a little kid, and then
Is he a teenager or a kid?
he's
He's
like
a kid.
12. It's like
Okay.
12 or 11. He's a kid.
Okay.
Going through puberty.
Yeah. So
True.
and he's all cold and shit. And
And
Yato's like, here, take my jacket.
oh
And
yeah.
Yuki's like,
And then no,
gross,
and then you
dude.
think it's gonna be like a nice moment. He's about to take off his jacket for
You're
him,
I'm
like
gonna take
warm
care of
yourself
you.
up. Warm yourself up. I don't watch that fucking shit.
You fucking
Wetty
stink,
ass
dude.
looking
Wetty
ass.
head
God,
ass.
you doofus looking, Yato face looking little stupid bitch. It's like, God
Wet-
damn,
wetty ass,
Yato.
wetty
He gets
jackass.
shit on. He
I
brings
fucking
this.
love it,
He
dude.
brings this kid back to life. In whatever way they did it, right? And they just fucking don't even hesitate. They just start shitting on Yato. Even Catgirl got involved.
Yeah, and then Catgirl.
He always
You
like,
got
why
this kid involved, you
why
little
take this
stupid.
jacket when you can have my scarf?
Yeah, here's a scarf to warm your neck, and he sniffs it like a weirdo. Okay, so then episode 3 starts with Yato and Yuki in an alley, and Yato bought him a freaking sardine for lunch, just one sardine.
Dude,
Like, dude,
I
it's
would,
fucking child neglect, dude.
dude. I like to think that he found that sardine. He
Yeah,
didn't buy
in a
shit.
dumpster, in a
Yeah,
dumpster. Yeah.
eat
That's
up,
what
man.
I think this is what he said at the end of that
Yeah.
conversation. Yeah.
And then the cat steals Yuki's food. Poor Yuki.
Yeah,
But
we
then
know.
do they
Yeah,
call Hiyori, or
yeah.
does Hiyori just show up randomly?
I think Yato teleports the
Teleports them
cat
to her?
lady. Seems
Yeah.
like how each of the episodes been rolling so far.
Yeah, and then they have so then they have that whole scene we talked about. Yato explains why people can't see him, or that people can see them. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
they
at the diner.
choose to ignore him or whatever. Yeah, all that diner stuff we talked about. Then they max on some food.
They fucking
And then
Dragon
we-
Balled it,
Yeah. And then
Refill that Minecraft hunger bar.
Yeah. And then we're outside, and Yuki's talking to the cat that stole his food, and then Hiyori crouches down next to him, and he gets some rowdy thoughts.
Some collarbone.
Yeah,
Boom.
looking at her
Dun,
freaking
dun,
collarbone.
dun, dun.
Not even
Yeah.
cleavage.
Oh,
Not
look
even
at her
cleavage, just
collarbone.
collarbone. And he's like, "Whoa."
He's like, ho, 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 ho.
I take it to the candy shop. Come on, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit this spot. And then Yato comes out like, whoa, what's with this 50 cent shit out here, man? What are you doing? I hear everything. Stop it.
Yeah, Yato walks
Bad.
out. He's like, hey.
Bad.
nothing like a
I know
good-
you've been thinking about that collarbone. Stop.
Stop it. Get some help.
And then Yato gets another call, and it's from. We find out it's from. So he teleports to where the call is from. Teleports Hiyori and Yukine for some reason, and he finds out that it's from Tenjin, the god of knowledge, and he's too busy with exam season to go take care of some stuff. So he makes Yato do it. Fucking hilarious scene. when Hiyori and Yuki realize he's a god and start bowing to him, and then Yato's in the background like, "What do you mean? I'm a god too. What are you doing? Bow to
Yeah,
me."
and no, they just look back and it's
Like,
like, hey,
well,
how
he's
about
nothing like that guy.
oh dude, if I was Yato man, fuck. I'd be
I
like, no,
fucking love it
y'all go fuck
so much.
yourselves.
I love it so much. It's so funny. Um, okay. And then we meet Tengen's harem of regalia, and we find out that Yato's first regalia, or not his first, but the one we saw first,
Most
is now
recent.
working for Tengen,
Mhm.
and that's a funny scene between them two bickering at each other. And Yukine's like, "Are you guys ex girlfriend and boyfriend? No. Ex wife then? No." So
No, this isn't
Yeah,
a
I think there was
happy show like Spy X Family.
I think there were a few pieces of important info that came out with that because I didn't know that um a god could have multiple regalia.
oh yeah,
I think
that's a good
that
point.
was nice
Yeah,
to know. And the whole thing where like your regalia has to be loyal to like the god that
yeah.
you're partnered with, not bowing to another one.
Hmm.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Um. So then they get a mission to go to a train track where a phantom is like tempting people to commit suicide on the trains. Like it's manipulating their negative emotions to commit suicide. And Yato Hiyori is all like, "Oh yes, the good white knight of society. We need to go protect all these people." And Yato's like, "I don't give a shit. If they want to kill themselves, kill themselves. They're not worth saving." And I was like, "Holy shit, Yato's a fucking savage." Forgot about that. Uh, any you want to add to that?
Well, it's like they don't really ask him what he means by that. Like I was still
Mm-hmm.
on Yato's side. I'm like, all right, he probably means something else. They're just saying this for like some fucking drama. And of course, Yuki and Catgirl not using a fucking brain cell are just like, no, we're gonna go fucking just hop on a goddamn train and we're gonna stop him. And
I
then
mean,
Yato's just like, fine, suffer. And it's like, all right.
the way he said it though kind of made it seem like he didn't care because he was like, they can't even turn into regalias anyway. If they're willing to do it, they're already too far gone. So what's the point of saving them? So
Yeah, because if they
he
die, they're just gonna turn into phantoms.
yeah. So he did make it seem like he didn't care, but so
Yeah, I think that was a like a cold response on his part. I don't know if they're trying to hint at some kind of experience he had in the past that made him develop that
Well,
kind
it
of
seems like the whole
perspective.
motivation behind that whole like edge lord scene there was that because what are those weapons called? Fucking
regalia
sausages. Oh, so the sausages, uh, they don't have any
doesn't
memories.
even remotely begin to rhyme with regalia or like be anything about regalia at all.
Yeah, well, you can hold a sausage like a sword. There you go. Check and mate. You can use a sausage as a weapon too, so that could be my fucking, Rubik's cube or some shit, whatever you called it.
Oh my god!
So yeah,
Right.
the sausages, they don't remember how they died, but assumingly a lot of them, took their own lives or something like that, or they just the more they experience death or they see people kill themselves, it uh taints them or just
Mm-hmm.
completely fucks them up
Mm-hmm.
or may trigger some really fucked up memories. So Yato was doing that to protect
Yuki.
Yuki.
Yeah. I think it's also a kind of a big thing that he already uh, kind of puts together. It's like that every regalia she's seen, like she originally thought that they like chose to die and that they're happy with their lives, but none of them chose to die. They all got killed somehow, and then now they're forced to live
Yeah, and they
a life of
obviously have
servitude.
regrets because they're in this purgatory. Yeah,
Hmm.
so that's
So I
why.
think it's like the idea that somebody's like just willing to throw away the life that Yato knows that like Yuki and the other regalia
Hmm.
like wish that they could have back. He's just like the fact that you could be willing to throw that away. He's like, you have no respect for your own life, and like I can't stand you to act like that in front of my regalia or whatever.
Yeah. So then Yato saves the kid. He eventually like comes through and he saves the guy that's about to kill himself. really cool scene with Yuki. Well, we find out that
We,
Yuki doesn't know how to control himself, and he cuts like a freaking billboard in half.
Yeah, we're
A
given
tree.
a
Tree and
hint
shit.
there that fucking Yuki is a really strong sausage link.
Yep.
we had a
true.
scene before that where was it Hiyori that ran off on her own to like a different train terminal, and then she was like, she
Oh,
was being
yeah.
tempted by those phantoms, and she was about to be compromised, and her tail was about to be severed on the train
Okay,
tracks, and
yeah,
then
yeah. So
yeah,
so
so
that
I had to
happens.
save her.
Well, she comes out of left field and just drop kicks that phantom off that dude's shoulder, and
Yeah,
then she gets like tied down by a bunch of phantoms, and Yato saves her just in time.
Mhm.
And then they go save the kid, the guy that's trying to kill himself. So and then that pretty much wraps up episode 3, right? Anything else after episode 3?
Was it episode 4 is the girl fun one, right? With
Yeah.
like the okay, yeah. I don't
With,
have anything else. Well, did Yato like reprimand the fucking cat lady? Like fucking bitch her out for doing something so stupid? Because like
don't
she almost
think
died
so.
because like she got completely shit on by all those like small phantoms, you know?
yeah,
don't.
he was like, you can't forget that if your shit's severed, that you die, and that's it. You gotta get your shit together.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then they probably just bitched about his sweaty hands or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Probably.
So
Poor Maeda. I mean, Yato.
Mata. Who?
I just realized I really like fucking loser shit on characters. Because Maeda was my favorite Cromartie, Yato was my favorite, Reiner's my favorite in Attack on Titan. It's like, dude,
Imagine,
maybe this is
what
saying
does that
something
mean
about
with,
me, dude.
yeah, what does that
Yeah.
mean?
That's
Yeah.
crazy how art imitates reality. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that means you like Zenitsu, right, from Demon Slayer?
Let's
Hell no.
go! It's
Hell
about
no.
Nice.
time,
Hell
dude.
no.
Let's
Hell
go.
fucking no.
Let's
Because
go.
unlike Zenitsu, these loser characters aren't the most unbearably annoying motherfucker on the screen
Oh
whenever
yeah,
they're on
and
the
your
screen.
favorite character from My Hero is that one with the gum hair, right?
The
The little
fucking,
kid.
Lunetta?
the balls.
The grape hair?
Big women.
The little gray
I
hair
think I
Lucian.
think he's hilarious. It's not my
Yeah.
favorite. But all right. So episode 4 opens up with another thing of Yato dreaming about being the almighty god or whatever. At that point I was like, I don't care
They're
about
all
this bit.
they're all just like fucking what uh illusions of grandeur or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Yato Sama, and then he's just laying on the ground going, yo, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's enough for me to go around, and then
Oh,
Yuki kicks him
Yato,
down the stairs.
you
Oh,
perv.
Yuki took the jacket, the capybara
Oh, at the end of 3,
thing, right?
he did, yeah.
Yeah, he stopped being a
Finally
little
took it.
shit for a little bit.
And then at the beginning of 4, he kicks Yato down the stairs to wake him up because he's like, I can feel your dreams too, you fucking perv. So,
Oh, dude, that's
You're one to
fucked.
talk.
yeah.
You're one
Yeah.
to talk, Yuki. Come on now.
And then Yuki and Hiyori are hanging out at Tengen Shrine for some reason. Yato comes with a big pot, and he loves his pot. And then he shows them all of his trinkets he bought. He's like, this one will get me money. This one will make me famous. This one will
That's
do
what
this.
increases my luck.
Yeah.
This one will give me good grades.
All
Plus
of the stuff he could have
two
saved his money
charisma
on.
for this one.
Help me
And
get into
then
college.
and then the bullies just relentlessly break his pot. It's like,
Yeah.
I gotta break my boy's pot, man.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Gotta
Bullies.
resell the pot.
If it wasn't if it wasn't so like early in the morning when I was watching this, I would have been like, no,
Pot
no,
thief,
not the
man.
fucking pot.
And then Yato was so sad trying to piece it back together. He's like, oh, pot.
Yeah, but then they told him to get serious for a second,
Yeah.
and then he was like, I don't want this pot anyways.
Yeah. So then I don't know how they get to this moment, but Yato's like, here, I want you two to meet someone for some reason. I don't know why he thought that or what
I
He
think it
explains
was
why.
Hiyoko or whatever her name is. I'm sorry.
her name is
God, you better apologize.
Kofuku.
Yeah, you were fucking
No,
wrong,
I'm saying
dude.
the girl with the cattail. The girl
Oh,
with the cattail.
Hiyori?
Hiyori. Okay. She tells Yuta, you got to get serious for
Who the fuck's
Yuki's
Yuta?
sake.
Who the fuck's
What?
Yuta?
I'm not gonna lie, I almost said Yuta like 5 times
Who the
before. I
fuck
had to
is
say I
Utah?
had to correct it to Yato right before.
Yato. So thank you. She tells Yato, bro, we just started. Give me some slack, okay? That he has
God,
to get serious for Yuki's sake, and then
Bitch,
that's when he's like,
would you rather it be Yuta or sausage?
"Yeah, come on,
no,
give me
that's
some
the
slack."
name of the weapons, doofus.
I'd rather
You
you guys
guys
get the
can't
name of my.
remember the mystical fucking Yato blade from Fire Emblem Fates? It's the main
I would.
weapon Korn uses.
I would rather you guys get the name of my favorite character. So
Oh, fucking
I'll
Maeda.
work on that.
Gotcha.
But it's because she told him to focus up for Yuki's sake, and then he was like, "Okay."
that still doesn't make any sense why he
Like,
wouldn't.
by the end of the episode, he said something to her saying like, "If anything ever happens to me, I want you two to go to them."
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's why he did that.
So, what was the name of the fucking love girl?
Kofuku.
Count Dooku?
Go fook
Goku.
yourself.
Count Dooku. It's Kufoku, dude.
It's Count
Kufuku.
Dooku. Count Dooku.
Okay, what about Count Dooku?
She's a bitch, dude. Dude, she's a bitch, dude. That guy fucking. So the whole point of this episode was like the introduction of fucking Count Dooku, you know, and
Yeah, Yato's girlfriend, bro.
the other, her sausage link, and then
Daikoku.
yeah, that guy's kind of cool.
Diet Kofu.
Dude has
Diet
the
Dooku.
yeah.
Goku.
Yeah, Diet Dooku.
Yeah, I think the guy's like the same voice actor as a JoJo's character, so that's like all I saw when I saw the guy. He was like he has the same like asshole attitude, so
I just
perfect.
loved it when Yati and Kofuku were hugging and then he just fucking drop kicks Yato out of nowhere.
You know,
That was funny.
classic
Just
Maeda move.
More shit on Yato.
I like the
but
part where
the fucking best part of
where-
this episode was the fucking guy jumped off the roof. And they
But
pulled like
we gotta build up to that. We're not there yet.
who the fuck cares about these fucking people?
I like
They
the
all
part
suck.
where the guy was staring at Yuki and then Hiyori just fucking body blocks him as
Oh, yeah,
she's about to take the
'cause
glare.
Because Yato makes the joke like he's a pedo. He likes kids.
Mm-hmm.
He
Got
makes
his
that
ass.
joke. Yeah. And so he always like, don't look at Yukine.
No,
Let's
that
take
wasn't
a
even
seat.
Yato. That was Kofuku saying, "Hey, yo, by the way, he likes kids,"
Kofuku
which
said
made it even
that?
weirder.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Yato that said it.
Oh, I think it was her. It was
Oh.
the
And it's important, Trav, because we get the first hint that Yato has a dark past.
Yeah.
Kofuku whispers to Hiyori, he's like, "Oh, Yato's a scary god. Be
Yeah, but
careful
then we
with
get the
him."
explanation at the end.
Yeah.
After
Oh,
the fucking best part of these 4 episodes.
yeah. This scene is fucking hilarious.
Dude,
man.
so
It was
good. So they get requested for a job by a guy that's jumping off a fucking building.
Well,
But
was an
it turns out
accidental
it was a
request.
misstep. You gotta be interrupting me, you fucking Maeda nerd.
All right. See you guys later.
Mitch, you know. Oh, bye, Mitch. He broke it. He broke it. He broke it. It's broke.
Hello.
Hi, Mitch.
Yusuf's
Bye,
gone.
Yusuf.
Oh
Hi,
my god.
Yusuf.
Hi, Yusuf. Hi, Mitch. Oh,
I
hey,
had to
Mitch.
fix it.
Bye, Josh.
Josh.
Jesus
ya.
Christ. See, I'm
All
not
right,
gonna do
guys.
that
this is
because it
just
may
the
not
three
turn
of
back
us
on.
when we go on and keep talking about the accident that happened on the building.
So the guy
Yeah, okay.
misdials and calls Yato because he had his fucking number in his phone, I guess. So then Yato teleports him, knocking him off the building. So now they're just like, "Oh shit!"
Oh no.
So they jumped off too, and they fall for like fucking 5 minutes. It's like straight out of that Fast and Furious runway, dude.
Mhm.
It was fucking amazing.
It was the Cromartie High School scene where they're just walking forward and backward on the same
Yeah.
like
No.
10 squares of pavement.
Yeah.
It was the Cromartie High School scene, but actually funny this time.
Yeah, because they all had their Hiyori and Yuki knew what the hell was happening.
Like, just
Hiyori's
save him already.
Yeah, she's like, "Are you gonna fucking save this guy? I want you to save him first, and then we talk about this bullshit. I don't know what the fuck's going on."
Guys-
and then Yuki's like, "Bro, we're still fucking falling.
And
Yeah.
then towards the end, Yuki's like, "How long does this fall? What the
Yeah.
fuck?"
Has anyone noticed how long we've been falling?
Listen, I don't want to rush you guys, but it's fucking happening.
So
Yeah, and then the Yato's like, yeah, here's my business card, and then the other guy's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, the guy
"Hey,
gives back
Oh,
his
yeah.
business card.
Here's my business
Yeah, to
card.
be respectful.
So Trev, explain why Kofuku is such a piece of shit.
Well, the whole reason this guy fucking jumped, or was going to jump to his death, was because his girlfriend he's really into, and he got so far in debt just trying to like go on dates with her, and for what other expenses I don't really
Buying
remember.
her stuff.
Yeah, so making sure they have a nice loving relationship. He gets just so far in debt, he owes like the mafia or yakuza and shit like a ton of money. So then he's like, I can't. And that's not the reason he wants to fucking jump. He wants to jump because of the girlfriend. He can't provide for her anymore.
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck it, I'm not good enough for her. I'm out this bitch. Peace. But it turns out the girlfriend was fucking Count Dooku.
Kofuku, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's
Oh.
the god of poverty of
Yeah.
all things.
Yeah.
Well, Yato, because for some reason he couldn't remember her face. Well, because she's a god and he forgot, like she started to remember. So Yato eventually pieces it together. He's like, I think I know who this girl is. Can you show me a picture of her face? And he's like, here you go. And it's Kofuku. And
That
Yato's
explains it.
Yep, she's the god of poverty.
Yeah, now you fucked up, dude. What are you doing, bro? All right, I'll do you a solid. I'm gonna have my fucking sausage link cut your bond.
Yeah.
I could do
What?
that.
This 10-year-old kid behind me is going to transform into a sword and reach into your soul and cut her from your memory.
Makes sense. We've been falling for 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
That makes way more sense.
Fucking cotton ball in history.
For real, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that sausage link fucking cut up their bond, dude.
And then this dude's like, "No, I'm too down bad for this girl. I don't care if I go poor. Don't cut her from my memory."
I
And then
forgot what he
Yuki's,
said. He was just like, quit being a bitch.
Yeah, no, Yato punches him and breaks his glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, he punches him, breaks his glasses, and he's like, "Stop being like get your act together."
Stop being a Homer Simpson, like Trav would
Yes,
say.
yeah.
Marge.
So then he severs his bonds, and then he falls and floats down to the bottom.
And then that's when after all that happened, Count Dooku's just like,
Oops, silly
oopsie
me.
poops.
Sorry.
Aha! So then,
Jeez.
we get a little taste of Yato's backstory, which
Well, we also find out how difficult it is for a regalia to sever a bond, and Daikoku is super impressed by
Yeah,
Yuki that he
I mean,
was able to do it.
all we have to know is that fucking Yuki is like a fucking exotic, like fucking
He's a
sausage
special-
link,
He's a special
Joe
regalia.
Exotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a weapon from Destiny, that fucking exotic rarity, right, Josh?
Damn right.
Hell yeah, brother! Fucking banana bread at
Yeah.
work.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell
we get a little taste of Yato's backstory.
little crumb with him holding a fucking, not as cool looking katana, all bloodied,
Yeah,
because he is the god of war. Kratos.
and
Da-da-da.
Daikoku explains that he just
Boy.
he just took any wish that like to be a god, you have to stay relevant, because once people forget about you, you're gone. Like no one will remember you. So
Well, that's how the gods die, right?
yeah, that's how God dies, when no one remembers them.
I think
So,
that kind of speaks to why he's doing all these random little meaningless
Yeah.
jobs, is he needs to do it.
mhm.
Mhm.
So Daikoku explains that that's why Yato did anything, because he took any wish that was sent his way. He took it no matter what it was. And trust me, we'll get into that shit some more. But that was just a little tease, a little snippet.
Little crumb.
Low crumb.
I forgot to talk about this. I wanted to talk about this in the when we first met Kofuku. Dude, she just like sexually assaults Hiyori for a good 3 minutes while Daikoku and Yuki are talking.
Yeah, we need that fan
I was gonna
service.
mention that too when we were talking about the show sexualizing her
Yeah, she just gets like
over
assaulted
and
by Kofoku. So
Dude, what? It's an anime. They're legally obligated to have both women in the scene fucking touch each other. God, fucking rookies.
so how does
That wasn't a problem in Cromartie. That was the
Mm.
problem when we were watching Cromartie.
Cromartie had 0 females
The
except for
last episode of this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
So
See,
I think that's it. I think
Cromartie
that's-
doesn't appease to the fucking trends, okay? They don't need to do that.
Yeah, they don't
They're
need
better
to
than
stoop
that.
to that level to be excellent.
You hear that? You're getting praised.
All right, I think it's time. I think it's time we wrap up this episode. I think it's
But
time
this
to
you,
go.
you said
episode-
what happened at the end of? I missed it. Sorry. You said what happened at the end of the.
The last thing I wrote down was Yato's backstory, so I don't remember what happened at the end. And the theme
Where
was
yeah, where Yuki
Oh,
was
yeah,
like
he-
sitting at like the river thing, and
Mhm.
that one girl just pops up, and we find
Mhm.
out that
oh Nora, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Nora popped
she
up.
was
yeah.
she used to be Yato's regalia, or she still is actually, but
Mhm.
he never
Wait.
says her name.
I wrote that for episode 3, so I think Yuki sitting at the riverside. She isn't she like watching him behind watching Yuki behind like a tree.
Yeah,
or
we
something?
get a tease of her in episode 3, but then we get
Yeah.
like a full blown reveal of her after like
episode,
Yuki's
yeah.
like all proud of himself, like, damn, dude, I did a good thing today. Like I
Yeah.
did something that was
Yeah.
fucking hard.
Did you guys
Don't take that out of
notice
the context.
too? Did you guys notice too how many names she had written
A
over her
lot.
body?
Yeah.
Yep.
About
So
two and a
That means
half.
she's the regalia for like a bunch of different gods.
Mm,
Like
Important.
Regalia.
I
and
ain't
then
calling her a
released, and
gold
then
digger.
She is a her. So yeah, we'll learn a lot more about Nora. Nora was the name. No, Nora's her like name now. She wants Yato to call her by the name he gave her. Wants her to use her again.
Is it perhaps Noragami?
No.
Oh, well, this title makes no sense now.
It's time. It's time to fucking leave. It's time to
Among
fucking
Us.
Among Us.
Alright.
All right, well, is that all we got to say about it?
Yeah, that's pretty much. What is your guys' favorite character, Yato, or do you guys have other favorite
The
characters?
guy falling off the roof.
That's your favorite character?
Dude. He's so good. He was so good. I don't know. I don't think I have a personal favorite right now. I don't hate Yato. Everyone
Well,
else kind of pisses me off a little bit.
You asked me the title makes no sense. Noragami in Japanese means stray god. I know no one asked, but
All right, but I think we're
yeah, we're
good
done.
now. All right. Bet you want to send us off for this week?
Goodbye.
Okay, you don't even do that. Fucking Jesus Christ.
No, okay. They will find out what next week. We're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. The outro is gonna play sometime soon. I think, like right about now, maybe. I don't know.
On the next episode of this episode, Trav, Mitch, Josh, and Yusuf talk about episodes 5 through 8 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that noti bell so that you see our content once it goes live. Catch the podcast live at twitch.tv/DutchRead every Monday night. Thank you for watching. Now there's only one question left for you to answer. What kind of woman's your type?